Okay, so we have a lot to talk about today when it comes to Pokemon Go, because we have new data mined information, we have official information that is also developing, and this relates back to the Pokemon Sword and Shield crossover potential with Galarian Forms from the data mine that we have been covering for the last couple of days now. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. So the first thing I want to talk about is this right here, because this started a few days ago with Professor Willow finding a corrupted, suspicious folder on his computer. Now, the original thought was this had something to do similar to Pokemon Sword and Shield, since we're waiting for the next Galarian form to be revealed. Sirfetch'd is Pokemon Sword. There has to be a Pokemon Shield counterpart revealed because they made a really big deal about it being in Pokemon Sword, but we don't have that so far. So when we hear about corrupted stuff, much like how the Pokemon Sword and Shield website corrupted, then that means, you know, this is going to work with the Galarian forms because that was from the data mine a few days before this information came out. Nope, turns out it's a Team Rocket thing. However, Team Rocket, Kanto, Galarian form, shenanigans stuff could still maybe cross over, but this was the kind of crazy stuff that we had to find out. You know, who are these people? Could these files be left over from the Team Go Rockets recent takeover, because that event happened throughout the summer and, you know, the photos were being restored, but we got this update that actually told us about what is going on. Alert! Trainers! This is the last image Willow recovered from the corrupted folder. We don't know when or where this image was taken, but we do know these people are Team Go Rocket. All loading screens will soon display this image to warn all trainers. Stay tuned. And here is the image. Well, actually, it's like we have a couple of ways of just like clicking on it and stuff. But the interesting thing is it goes back to these pictures. Then when people are looking at it, it's like, okay, these look like Team Rocket admin, but they're not the Team Rocket admin that we're used to. You know, even with it all being glitched out and corrupted, if there was supposed to be some kind of Easter egg here to the original admin, it would have been noticeable. But now that we have the real image, we can see that these people are definitely different, except Giovanni. He's rocking up there in the back, and we know that that is our boy. But these new guys makes a lot of sense, because Team Go Rocket. So Team Go Rocket is kind of like a different kind of bit of Team Rocket, even though the grunts were original Team Rocket grunts, but Team Go Rocket, they're on a new level, and we've got some crazy stuff going on. So that is where we relate back into the most recent data mine, and also new information. I told you guys, this is getting pretty crazy. So we have the new Shadow Pokemon, Onyx, Steelix, Shuppet, Bayonet, Duskull, Dusclops. So we have a lot of like evolutionary lines and stuff. Dusk Noir even, Sableye, Snorunt, Glalie, Snover, Abomasnow, Delibird, Stantler, and even when we go back to this picture, we can see that there's quite a few Pokemon here as well, but these are just kind of like shadow Pokemon that we've been seeing. So it's gonna be another Team Rocket event coming up, but at the same time, this is also going to be happening very recently. New item, Ticket, a Colossal Discovery. A ticket to access a Colossal Discovery special event on November 2nd from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time, wherever you are. Now that is a crazy special event ticket, and the reason why the special event ticket is significant from what we saw with this data mine is because this is how Jirachi was made available at Pokemon Go Fest events, or like the Pokemon Go Safaris or wherever Jirachi became available first, and then eventually as the Ultra bonus was released across the world, then Jirachi became available for everyone. But the question was, okay, what's the event that's going to tie in to this whole Colossal Discovery? Because we're done with Pokemon Go Fest. There's no like safaris or any events coming up or like crazy community day announcements. Well, that's why this is actually crazy. Like, you just get it and then you're able to access it wherever you are for a special event. So they're going to be tying that in a special way. Colossal Discovery, Regigigas, Colossal Pokemon. So people are just like, yep, this is going to be the Regigigas event, and it's going to be available through that ticket for everyone in their local time. You pretty much got all day to do it, and it's on a Saturday. So if you got the day off, even better. So it's kind of like a, you know, Pokemon Go Fest thing for yourself. Go out, do all the events, get yourself a Regigigas. That seems like some pretty cool stuff. And there's also a couple of new moves that have been added in. And that's really where all of this news has gone. But the weird thing is this is 142. So we have the code snippets hinting at future ticketed special event in Galar Forms. This is happening November, and it's 142. Now, I haven't been keeping up with every single Pokemon Go data mine and how all of the events line up and how all of the entry data ends up playing out. So I don't know if, like, it means that this is supposed to come first and this is actually going to tie in with Rainbow Rocket, but it doesn't seem like any of this glitchy stuff was the fault of a Rotom, which was preventing us from seeing the Surfetched Galarian form. And the Rocket event also doesn't seem to only be exclusively about Kanto Pokemon. You know, it's like we only have Onyx Steelix, then we have a lot of other generation Pokemon being represented through those Shadow forms, and it doesn't seem like any of these Shadow forms are going to, like, all become Galarian Pokemon. So, with this information, we're missing some big deal stuff going on, and we don't know when this is going to happen. Like, how many events are they going to stack into October? Is it going to be Team Rocket Takeover, Galarian Pokemon at the very end of October? There should also be, like, some kind of Halloween event going on that we don't have any data mined information about as well. So that's kind of weird. And then we go into November, where we're going to have the Regigigas event, and then Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out. I was really hoping that there was going to be a new Pokemon revealed through this way, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It was very plausible, though, because we don't have many Galarian form Pokemon revealed. That's why it's so weird that Surfetched has been, like, the sparse only extra reveal in September. We still have a lot of other Pokemon news coming up that we're getting interviews. Now, interviews aren't really going to reveal any new Pokemon for us, but now we also have the research that's going to be happening on Friday, that 24-hour live stream. However, I don't really know how many of that is going to be, like, just dedicated Generation 8 reveals, more Pokemon being added into the, I want to say, like, Galarian Dex, but just the Galar Dex, National Dex, weird stuff, classification. You know, more regional Dex Pokemon, which is effectively going to be all of the playable Pokemon, and if they're going to, like, tie that in, because are they going to be like, oh, a random Pokemon appeared, turns out to be the Sword exclusive? That would just kind of feel weird, and then that would also mean that the Pokemon revealed during the live stream that are existing Pokemon would then have to be sorted into version exclusives. There's a lot of complicated stuff that can happen. Either way, we only have 5 Galarian Pokemon, and I feel like we should have 10 by now, because we had a lot when it came to Pokemon Sun and Moon at this time, so relating that to Pokemon Go made sense. Pokemon Go has other plans. So it depends on how many Galarian forms are going to be revealed. Like, if the Galarian form tie-in or crossover with Pokemon Go and Pokemon Sword and Shield happens before Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out, then we're definitely going to be seeing new Galarian Pokemon from that. If it happens after the game comes out, well then, it's just going to be kind of like Pokemon Go's rollout for Galarian forms, and then since Pokemon Sword and Shield is released, we already know all the Pokemon. Either way, we don't have a lot of new Pokemon. We only have one reveal announced for October. We're getting tons of information about gameplay and interviews and stuff like that, but it's still weird. Like, super weird. So yeah, going back to an archive, we had 10 Alolan forms by September 28th of 2016. So compared to our 5, that just kind of goes in line with everything that's been going on with Generation 7 compared to Generation 8. About half the reveals, if not less than half, that we had over 50 Generation 7 Pokemon known, including Alolans and, like, some extra forms and stuff like that, compared to the 21 or 20, like, low 20s that we have currently with Pokemon Sword and Shield. So 5 Galarian Pokemon versus 10 Alolan Pokemon makes sense. But would it really kill the Pokemon Company to have put out a late September trailer, meet blank in Pokemon Shield? Who even knows? Are we ever going to see this trailer? I guess, like, it's a mid-October trailer then, but this will have to be closed up at some point, which is kind of weird. Comparing that to the other reveals and what else to expect. Now, the weird thing about the live stream that we're getting with the 24-hour reveal, some people are saying, are we going to see these starter evolutions? Starter evolutions in the wild in a very specific place, especially like where we're doing this spooky mushroom forest, doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. But the evolution reveals do happen in October, so does this mean we are going to be getting at least 2 trailers, or like 2 massive reveals inside of October, and then the 1 extra trailer? I think we could also, like, the Pokemon Company, it wouldn't kill you guys to put in an extra reveal, you know, having a 2 trailer month, since all we've had are 1 trailer months for Pokemon Sword and Shield. But that was October 4th, which is going to be the same day that the 24-hour live stream is happening. Then the next time we got regional variant reveals was with Grimer and Muck Alolan forms, October 14th. And then we also had the Pokemon Sword and Shield demo at this time, and then the demo datamine showed us Dugtrio, which also implied Diglett. So we got a lot of regional, like, Alolan Pokemon from extra sources. Well, not even a lot, we just got, like, the extra one, but it started, like, fill in Alolan Pokemon on top of all the other stuff, a few more reveals, then the full datamine came through, and then we knew everything about the game by mid to late October. I don't remember exactly when Pokemon Sun and Moon Datamine happened, but I don't even think we're going to be getting a Pokemon Sword and Shield demo because of that. And the only demo we have so far is Nessa's Gym, which really isn't as grand as what we've seen for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Pokemon Sun and Moon demos. So I guess we're just waiting for the game to come out, and then we're getting these sparse little bits of information from there. So starter evolutions at some point? Question mark? And then we wait for other regional variants and how that ties in with Pokemon Go, if it's going to happen before Pokemon Sword and Shield is launched. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.